Pack. Today in this lesson we are going to go over the G major scale. Now there's going to be two different lesson videos. One is going to be for the easier or beginner G major scale, and then I'm going to do a separate video that talks about the more advanced G major scale. Okay, so when we do our scales, they're always going to start and end on the same note. So if it's a G major scale, what note should we start on? G, right? And if you remember the names of your strings, the easiest one to start on would be your G string, right? Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and stick with pizzicato with my violin on my violin shelf. And we're going to come over here to our G string. And let's go ahead and play it a couple of times. Okay, so get your nice L's, get some glue from your nose, and glue it here onto your purple spot. And let's see here. So I'm going to play open G 2 times. Okay, there's G. Then you're going to plop one finger on that G string, 2 fingers, and then 3. Okay, now since you got up to 3, we're going to move over to our D string, okay? Plop a finger down, 2nd finger, and then 3rd finger. Pretty easy, right? As you go up, you're just going to add a finger all the way up to 3. We're not going to use our 4th finger, okay? And since we started on G, and all of our scales start and end on the same note, that means that our last note here, 3 fingers on D, is G, okay? So let's go ahead and do that again, starting on open G with no fingers. Let's play each note 2 times, okay? Here we go. Plop, 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 D string, plop, plop, plop. Pretty simple, right? It's kind of like your D major scale, except you're starting on your G string. You're using the same fingers, just plopping each one down as you go. Okay, so now let's go ahead and try it with our bows. I want you to go ahead and show yourself your bow hold, whichever bow hold you're going to use. And this time we're going to play with our bows and going up. Use nice long bow strokes, okay? I want you to get a full sound. Here we go. G major. 1, 2, ready, go. How'd you do? Give yourself a fist of 5. I bet a lot of you were like around here. Maybe some of you were here. And that's okay. Maybe you're here. Just means you're not there yet, okay? Go ahead and go back and rewatch some spots. Pause and play as you need to go back through some of those little tricky areas. Maybe you got stuck going from your G string to your D string. Maybe you forgot to play an open string after you put down 3 fingers, okay? Maybe you accidentally went on to the A string. I don't know. You figure out what you did wrong and go back and rewatch it, okay? So that was going up the G major scale, right? We also need to go back down, okay? So you're going to do pretty much the same thing except in reverse. All right, so if we're going to go down the G major scale, you're going to start with the top G, or 3 fingers on your D string, okay? Let's go back to pizzicato. Okay, here we go. So you're gonna go 3 fingers on your D string. This is going down. You played going up, now we're gonna go down. So 3 fingers on D, lift 1 finger. Lift a finger, and then don't forget, you gotta play with no fingers on your D string. Okay, plop 3 down, lift 1, lift 1, and then you're back at G. Okay, so that's going down the G major scale. You're always going to go up and then you go back down. So when you play the whole thing, it'll go like this. Watch. Pretty simple, right? So, once you feel comfortable doing those, I want you to record yourself and post it on Class Dojo so I can see how you're doing, okay? Even if it's not perfect and you still want me to check out how you're doing, go ahead and do that. So practice going up the scale and then going back down the scale. Do it pizzicato slowly and then maybe try it with your bow later. Go ahead and also find some videos where you can practice playing with the piano, okay? And if you find this one too easy, then skip over to the advanced G major scale, okay? Good luck!